Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. Today we're going to be making a multigrain cheese pizza. Let's get started. In my bowl here we have 200 grams of multi-cereal flour. We have 150 grams of whole wheat flour, 150 grams of all-purpose flour, a teaspoon of salt, and next we're going to be adding the wet mixture, which is 280 grams of warm water with 1 teaspoon dry active yeast and 1 teaspoon of sugar. We're going to mix our wet ingredients, but before I'm going to add also into this mixture 2 tablespoons of extra virgin olive oil. I mean, you can use whichever oil you have on hand, but for me, I like very much the olive oil. Now we're just going to mix this mixture together with the wet ingredients until it comes together quite fairly. And then we're going to knead this into a soft mound or round mound ball. For me, what you will begin to see is I will start to knead this mixture just inside my bowl. This is just my preference. Here you can see I'm starting to squeeze everything, but before I want to make sure I get everything off the spoon. It's just me. Okay, I'm starting to mix it. As you can see, you can simply just toss it out onto your surface there, your work area, and begin to knead. Then once it's formed, we're gonna let this dough rest for a minimum of an hour, hour and a half inside. You see here that I have it into my oven and I have the oven light on. And we're just gonna let this rest, like I said, for an hour, hour and a half, depending on your temperature. Once it's risen, the time has passed it. You see here now that I have already formed my dough into a sheet pan. I've pressed it out quite fairly. It's very simple. You can put it into a round pan, but for me, I like this. This way you can feed the entire family, and I like to get the most out of everything. And this way it spreads, it goes very far along. Like I said, you can feed the entire family with a sheet pan of pizza. Now here I'm adding my tomato sauce, which is simply tomato puree. Now for me, because a lot of times when I eat tomato sauce, I get like acid reflux. So I add a little bit of sugar, Truvia inside to balance the acidity of the tomato sauce, and with some salt and oregano inside. And then I also put some olive oil, a tablespoon of olive oil. Very simple. It's up to you. You can eliminate the sugar if you want, but the Truvia is 0 sugar. So, but like I said, for me, and I find that this works for me, when I add this, I don't have any acidity or any side effects from it when I eat normal pizza if I'm eating out. So try it and let me know if this works for you as well. But even without the Truvia, you can add normal sugar if you prefer, stevia, anything will work. Here now, I'm just adding some grated Parmesan cheese. There's nothing like some real Italian Parmesan cheese, let me tell you. This stuff is amazing to die for. Here I'm putting 50 grams of cheese. It's up to you. You can put 100, 150, it depends on how much cheese or how cheesy you want it. But for me, I don't want the pizza to be very heavy. I still want it to be light, but I also still want it to be very tasteful. Hence, I'm adding the Parmesan cheese. So I'm just making sure that I have it spread out fairly evenly on the entire pizza here. And then I'm going to put this into the oven, and I'm gonna bake this into a preheated oven. I'm gonna put into a preheated oven to the maximum temperature, and I'm going to bake this for 10 minutes on the bottom rack of the oven. Okay, after 10 minutes, I'm then going to take it out. As you see here, the cheese has already melted, and then I'm going to start adding the grated mozzarella cheese. Because the reason why I didn't add the mozzarella cheese with the Parmesan cheese in the beginning is because I don't want my cheese to get burnt. So I'm just gonna put the pizza back into the oven for about an additional 5 minutes, so just that the mozzarella cheese gets melted and it's nice and soft and ooey gooey, but not burnt. For some reason, I just don't like when my cheese is burnt. I don't know about you, but I don't think it's so nice. But when this pizza is finished, this pizza is absolutely amazing. I make this in my home, in my house, every week, once a week, particularly on Wednesdays. I don't know what it is about Wednesdays, but Wednesdays is the day I normally do this. But you can do this whichever day of the week you want. It doesn't matter. But this is a delicious pizza with a very healthy crust. It's crunchy on the outside and soft on the inside. You have to try it. It's absolutely delightful. Okay, so I'm just making sure I'm still adding some cheese here. On this here, I have about 150 grams to 175 grams. Ecco, like we say here in Italy. Here it is, bellissima, the beautiful pizza. I've already cut the section here to show you. It's fresh and hot out of the oven. And here we go. Enjoy.